Have you ever heard of a fairy tale where the hero is afraid of butterflies? Well, buckle up because you're in for a wild ride. In a land far, far away lies a peculiar kingdom, one where the days aren't named Monday or Tuesday, but rather, they are whimsically christened as Tickle Me Day or Sneeze a Lot Day. In this quirky kingdom, every day is a surprise and every character a delightful twist. Let's meet the inhabitants of this unique realm. First, we have the king, a stout man with a fondness for polka-dotted neckties. Next up is the princess, a young girl with a mischievous streak a mile wide, who prefers sword fights and dragon races over tea parties and royal balls. Now, every fairy tale needs a hero, doesn't it? Ours is one who would take on dragons and villains without a second thought, but quakes at the mere sight of a butterfly. Yes, our brave knight is petrified of these delicate creatures. A peculiar fear, you might say, but who are we to judge? Speaking of villains, we have one of those too. A villain who, instead of plotting devious plans, spends most of his time perfecting the art of knitting. And last, but certainly not least, is our dragon, a creature of fearsome reputation, who, in this kingdom, has a soft spot for daisies and enjoys a good game of chess. These are the characters that inhabit our whimsical kingdom, each one as unique and peculiar as the days that pass by. They live their lives in a world where the ordinary is extraordinary, and the absurd is the norm. And on one of these oddly named days, the princess disappears, setting the stage for an adventure like no other. With the princess missing, the king turns to the most unlikely of heroes. In a kingdom where days are named arbitrarily and atrociousness is the norm, who better to entrust with the task of finding the lost princess than a hero who is afraid of butterflies? Yes, you heard it right. Our hero, brave in many aspects, has a peculiar fear of these delicate winged creatures. In the grand hall of the castle, the king, with his brows furrowed in worry, calls upon this unlikely hero. The hero, although initially hesitant due to the high chance of encountering his fluttery fear, accepts the task. His determination to serve the kingdom overcoming his personal fears. It was indeed a sight to behold, an atrocious king entrusting an important mission to a butterfly-fearing hero. But what's a quest without a bit of spice, right? So, joining our hero in this daring adventure are the villain, known for his notorious deeds, and a dragon, the embodiment of fiery fierceness. Can you imagine? A hero, a villain, and a dragon, all teaming up for a common cause? The villain, usually the one causing chaos, is now part of the solution, and the dragon, known to breathe fire and instill fear, is now a crucial part of this rescue mission. It's a curious mix of characters, each with a unique personality. The hero, although afraid of butterflies, is brave and steadfast. The villain, despite his notorious reputation, is surprisingly cooperative, and the dragon, while intimidating at first glance, proves to be a valuable ally. In this kingdom where nothing is as it seems, the trio sets off on their quest to find the missing princess. They embark on a journey that promises suspense and excitement, a journey that will test their courage, their unity, and their ability to face butterflies. And so our unlikely trio embarks on a journey filled with suspense, excitement, and a whole lot of butterflies. As our trio ventures forth, they uncover a series of mysterious thefts. Our courageous, albeit butterfly-fearing hero, the seemingly sinister villain, and the fire-breathing dragon find themselves tangled in an unfolding mystery. Their journey takes them through the kingdom, each step revealing another piece of the puzzle. Imagine, if you can, a kingdom where the days are named whimsically. No Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Instead, we have Frog Day, Lamp Day, or Spoon Day. It's a place where the extraordinary becomes ordinary, and the ordinary becomes, well, quite extraordinary. Now back to our trio. As they travel through the kingdom, they encounter strange signs of theft. A missing crown here, a vanished scepter there, even the king's favorite royal cheese wheel has disappeared without a trace. But what's truly peculiar is the pattern of these thefts. They all point towards someone with a penchant for royal possessions. Could it be the princess? Our intrepid trio, despite their differences, work together to follow the clues. The villain, usually known for his dastardly deeds, shows an unexpected talent for detective work. The dragon, with his keen eyesight and knack for finding hidden things, proves invaluable. And our hero, despite his fear of butterflies, shows bravery and determination that would make any king proud. The closer they get to solving the mystery, the more they find that things are not as they seem in this atrocious kingdom. The trail of stolen items, each more royal than the last, leads them on a winding path that ultimately brings them back to where they started, the castle. But the castle they left is not the castle they return to. The once bustling fortress is eerily quiet, its grand halls echoing with an unsettling silence. It's almost as if the castle itself is holding its breath, waiting for our trio to uncover its secret. The trio's investigation leads them back to the castle, but what they find there is nothing short of astonishing. Back at the castle, our trio stumbles upon a revelation that turns the entire kingdom upside down. Deep within the stone walls of the castle, the princess herself has been hiding all along. Now you may be wondering, why would a princess hide in her own castle? Well, friends, it turns out our princess had been avoiding her writing lessons. Yes, you heard it right. The princess was playing hooky, and the grand castle was her hideout. What's more, she didn't just spend her time frolicking in the vast corridors or playing hide and seek. No, she had been swiping treasures from the castle, a tiara here, a golden goblet there, all to distract from her absence at her lessons. A princess, a thief, and a truant, all in one. The castle was her playground and the stolen treasures, her toys. Just when you think things couldn't get any more twisted, in steps the queen. The matriarch of the kingdom, the queen, had been watching the whole saga unfold. With a stern look and a firm voice, she commands the princess to return all the stolen treasures. The princess, with her head bowed low, does as she's told, each item returned to its rightful place. But the queen isn't done yet. She orders the princess to apologize to the entire kingdom for her actions. The princess, with a heavy heart, steps forward. She apologizes for her actions, her voice echoing through the grand halls of the castle. It's a moment of humility for the princess, a lesson learned the hard way. With the princess's secret out in the open, the kingdom breathes a sigh of relief. But our story isn't over yet. In the aftermath of the princess's misdeeds, our characters find themselves changed in ways they never expected. The princess, once a mischievous young girl with a penchant for pilfering, began a journey of self-improvement. With every returned item, she made a promise to better herself, to respect others' belongings, and to embrace the importance of her writing lessons. It was as though the shadow of her past wrongdoings was slowly lifting, replaced by the glow of a newfound understanding. Then, we turn our attention to our hero, the one who feared butterflies. One might think it's an odd fear for a hero, but remember, we're in the land of the atrocious. Our hero, in his quest to find the princess, was forced to face his fluttering fear head-on. And let's be honest, he did lose. But that didn't diminish his heroism. In fact, it amplified it. Because even in defeat, he showed us that bravery isn't about not having fears, but about facing them, no matter how big or small. And who could forget our villain? Ah, the villain, a character often misunderstood and maligned, but even villains can surprise us. This one in particular discovered a peculiar passion for baking, specifically soggy cookies. Yes, you heard it right, soggy cookies. It's atrocious, isn't it? But that's the beauty of our story. It's a tale that subverts expectations, where villains can become bakers and heroes can be afraid of butterflies. And so we conclude our atrocious fairy tale with a gentle reminder. Even the most unlikely of heroes can find courage, villains can uncover new passions, and princesses can learn valuable lessons. In the end, it's not about the atrocious acts we commit, but the lessons we learn and the changes we make that truly define our character.